Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday edition. This is our medical update. It's one that you all have been watching regularly, and so many of you have commented how good this part of the week is of our information. Thanks for keeping your comments coming, and welcome, Beth Moss. We're grateful to have you.
Hey, y'all.
Give us our weekly medical update first. Anything new going on in your house?
Um, Lots of walks. This is spring break, so we're not doing any classroom time this week. Seems to be that the stress level's gone down a bit.
There you go. I've heard that same thing from some of the other parents, that although now that the whole routine's kind of been reset, like they got used to one thing and now they're back into spring break, but it's nice. It is a nice
Yeah.
So let's just go straight into it. Let's start off with maybe a little different tack this time. What are you seeing? Because you're out and about. What are you seeing that people are doing well?
We live in a neighborhood. We've been here 20 years, and we go out for a walk every day. And it's amazing as this month has gone along, how many more and more and more people that you see out taking advantage of the nice weather and being outside and kind of sticking in their little family groups. Lots of kids riding bicycles. And one thing that I've seen in my neighborhood that I think is just really cool is we have a lot of families here, and we have a Facebook neighborhood group, and next door, those two social media sites where people are posting pictures of puzzles their kids have finished and games they don't play anymore or books they're done reading. And they'll say, hey, I'm going to sanitize these and send them in a box at the end of my driveway. They're free. Put out the address, come by if you need something new for your kids to do. We actually had a neighbor down the street who, I guess she went out and bought a lot of chalk and just went to every house on the street that she knew there were kids and left a brand new box of sidewalk chalk. So then we had all kinds of driveway art going on there last week. It was awesome.
Yeah, that is so cool. And of course, now that kids are just expressing themselves in lots of different ways, and families are getting out, and we see a lot of that ourselves. So thanks for sharing that. Any other things that you see that people are doing well that we can say, hey, you're listening, good job?
You know what? When you look at the models, people are staying home. You occasionally see some group that is out on the news, but when you look at the numbers of the projected infections and stuff, people are staying home.
Yeah. I think the models didn't account for Americans really keeping to a rigorous program, and I think it showed. It certainly, I think, I'm from the church side. It showed that we are loving others as we love ourselves, as Jesus teaches us, and even in Leviticus you get that. But that we also are adhering to what our government has advised at the national and the state level. And even in the county. So I think those are all great things to be praising, and everybody keep up the good work. I think that's going to be a final word that Beth really encourages us. Beth, what have you seen this week that is different from when we last talked on Wednesday?
Well, one thing yesterday, the authorities put out that as of 5:00 yesterday evening, the stores were limited to 20% people per square foot that their fire code allows inside their buildings. So that's one big thing. So you'll see more lines and that kind of thing outside the store with the social distancing and all of that. And just today, this afternoon, I saw an article where Fresh Market in Cornelius, they're not going to let you in if you don't have a mask on.
Yeah, we were shopping around in Publix, and I mean, there were a few people with masks on, but I think that's interesting. It'd be interesting to see if other stores had picked that up and run with it. So since we have to kind of wear a mask for going to a store, let's go review. I think last week you reviewed how to put on a mask, and so Beth and I talked a little bit ahead of this, and I have my mask. So we've seen all kinds of ways of wearing a mask out there, and so we want to kind of run. And Beth will do a version of yes or no, or stop or go, or whatever we're going to do. But so I've got a mask here. I'm gonna put it on. And so this is one of the ways that I've seen people wear their masks is they just have them on their ears.
That is really not going to work.
Okay.
First, glasses off.
Okay, got to take my glasses off. Now, so what about like this? Because I've seen this too. It's just like a bandana.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
So you just put it around your mouth.
No, you're still breathing through your nose.
Okay, so it has to cover the nose and the mouth.
Yeah, I'll start with the elastic on your ears, and then you pull it apart, pull the top over your nose, and if it has a wire in it, that's in there for a purpose. Press firmly on the wire down over your nose and the curves of your face, and make sure that it's fitting properly, and pull it down under your chin. Make sure that the sides are flat. And then you can put your glasses back on because they didn't get in your way. There you go.
Okay, so that's the way to wear a mask.
Yes.
Okay.
I have seen so many things out there, upside down masks, and they don't work if you don't put them on right.
Thank you, Beth. We may have to revisit that one, but we'll see. But
sure.
Thanks for showing us. So other than masks coming into play more often, some stores may be limiting numbers and all that. What else new have you seen that you would want to report?
The one other thing that is very specific to our particular location is that one of the medical groups had an incident where a lot of their physicians are no longer with the company at this particular time. And I've had a lot of calls and comments from people who are like, what am I supposed to do? That was my doctor. So my advice, first of all, is you're going to need a supply of prescriptions. And I read the letter that they sent out to their patients, and your records are still going to be stored on site, and any of the doctors who are left at that particular business will see you. You can call and make an appointment. But I think the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have enough prescriptions on hand, because what I'm hearing is a lot of people want to find a new doctor that they're comfortable with going forward. So get your prescriptions. And that's going to buy you some time in trying to figure out what doctor you want to see to go forward to be your family doctor. And while you're in that time zone, you really need to check your insurance company to see if who you think you're going to choose is a preferred provider within your plan. You can go online to your particular company and you can input a doctor's name, and it will tell you if they're a preferred provider or not.
Okay, so first thing is don't panic.
Don't panic.
Because the prescriptions are still in their system. So call and get those refilled?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, check out your prescription, see if you're running low, and go ahead and take care of that.
Very good. Then check your insurance to see the preferred provider list.
Yeah, and you can ask around your friends and stuff that have been in this area for a while. That's how a lot of people choose their doctors, because of word of mouth, what they hear from their friends and the people they come in contact with.
So I guess that was lead into the next bit there, Beth, is how do I know how to choose a good doctor? So word of mouth. Is there any other way that people might want to check into?
You can Google doctors, and you can come up with star ratings just like you can on restaurants. You can go in and read replies, reviews from different people. You can actually go to their governing bodies and see if there's anything on their records that might be of concern to you. But most people that I know really go on recommendations from their friends.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. And we're certainly very concerned for the people, especially around here, who've had that adjustment to make in the midst of everything. And if you want to reach out to Beth, please feel free to do that, or talk to any of the Bethel Care, Tom Labonte, Donna Waters, and we will certainly come around to you in whatever way we can to support all of your concerns, because that's an important thing. That was just kind of that was an alarm that we really some of our folks did not need at this time. So thanks, Beth, for addressing that. Any last words for this week?
Just going over what we did last week. Stay the course. I know that there's chitter chatter about backing off on restrictions, but the models that are out there, particularly that Washington model, at the very top of their document that they update daily, it says all of this modeling is done on the assumption that we are going to stay at home through the end of May. So all the numbers that are looking better are based on that assumption. So stay home, wear your mask if you have to go out to do your grocery shopping or whatever. If our sewing ladies have made a wonderful supply of fabric masks that can go in the washer and dryer. If you don't have one, please contact Ruth Oliver or me. If you can't get a hold of her, we will get a mask to you. We'll deliver those. Wash your hands. Wash your hands anytime that you're coming in from outside. You're touching surfaces. And if you don't have soap and water, again, the hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol.
Great. And what we'll do, folks, for you at home listening in, after this, we'll have Ruth Oliver's and Beth Moss's emails, so you can reach out to them directly if you would like to have a mask. If you don't have a mask and you would like to get one, we'll let you have that. Thanks you all for this listening into this week's edition of their medical update. Beth, thank you. You're a constant voice of peace, and you just bring it all. Just you bring an even keel to it. So we all appreciate that. Thank you very much, and you all have a fantastic rest of your week, and God's richest blessings be upon you. Bye-bye.